I've just recorded the intro and the astrological report and forgot to connect my sound. These are the lessons that we have. Okay. Hello and welcome to Live in the Solution. I am your astrologer and tarot card reader, Mary Trimble, here with your readings for September the 23rd through September the 29th. So welcome. If you are new, thank you for tuning in, and I do hope you like these readings and that you'll return. And if you are returning, thank you guys. I really appreciate you. Thank you for supporting my channel. These readings are for the collective. So take what resonates and leave the rest, because sometimes they can be specifics when spirit wants to connect with someone in particular. So, come back later in the week and rewatch it, because it might make more sense to you then. I get a lot of emails telling me that at first they didn't get it, and then somehow they watched it again and it made perfect sense for them. Now, if you would like a personal private reading, click on this link or go to my website. You can see what kind of readings I offer. I live to give readings. I love it. I often go over time because I get so into it. Now, I have a Facebook group, and this Facebook group is so much fun. I do a live feed within the group every 2 weeks, and they correlate with either the new moon or the full moon. And so we look at charts and we see where it falls in your charts, and then we I have the tarot card reading, the tarot cards with me, and I answer questions. So we have a lot of fun there. It's a private group, so you have to ask to be to join, and it is Live in the Solution Astrology. But the link will be below. Everything will be in the show more section below. All the links to the other videos, the Facebook group, my website, everything. If you're looking on a phone, it's a little triangle that's pointing down. Click on that and that will take you to all the links. Now, another way to support me, guys, is through Patreon, and the link to that will be here, or the link will be below too. I post things on Patreon that I don't post anywhere else, so check that out. Now, lastly, these readings come in 3 sections: the intro, which is this, the astrological report, and the tarot card reading. And there will be skip times listed below to get to, especially if you're checking out your sun, moon, and rising, so you don't have to rewatch the intro or the astrology report. And if you're not into the astrology, you can go straight to the tarot. If you're not into the tarot, you can do the blah, blah, blah. Anyway, thank you. And without further ado, let's go to the astrology report, shall we? Hello and welcome to the astrology section of your reading for September the 23rd through September the 29th. This is the second time I'm doing this. Bear with me. I didn't have the mic on before. Anyway, so on the 23rd, let me see, that's Monday. Yes, the 23rd is Monday. On Monday, the 23rd of September, we have the fall or autumn equinox. And that's here in the northern hemisphere. If you're in the southern hemisphere, it's the spring or vernal equinox. Vernal stands for youthful and fresh, just like me, darling. And that's in the southern hemisphere. So it's the first day of spring or autumn. Now, and that is, listen, in the equinox, the sun is directly over the equator, right? So all around the globe, daylight and night, the night darkness are equal. It's completely equal all around the globe. Now, on the 24th, on Tuesday the 24th, Mercury's in a beautiful relationship with Jupiter. This is a fabulous day for networking and connecting with business associates. It's a great time to look. The whole emphasis is on communication. You could you will charm anyone that crosses your path. And it's a really good time to launch a social media campaign or an email campaign, anything to get your wares, whatever you're selling, your product, your service, or whatever it is for you, get it out there. This is a wonderful time to get whatever it is that you're selling out there. Now, September the 28th is a huge super new moon, and it's because the moon is very close to the earth, and so it appears huge in the sky. Now, the new moon, of course, new moons are all about intentions. What am I going to start now that I can complete soon? What is it? Great time to start, start a business, a project. But this is all about relationships. Libra is about relationships. And whether it's romantic, work relationships, friendships, family, or relationships with ourselves. Now, on the same day, Venus, which is the ruling planet of Libra, is also in Libra and is in a beautiful relationship with Jupiter. Jupiter's abundance, bigger, better, more. So this is all about harmony. It's all about fairness. It's all about balance. And this is an incredible time to go out and socialize, have a good time, connect with people. Now, what I will say is that at the same time that this new moon is happening, the sun and, first of all, we've got 4 planets in Libra, right? It's what we call in astrology a stellium of planets. So there's a lot of focus on relationships. But not only that, we have Chiron opposite this new moon, and Chiron is in Aries, and it's about Chiron's the wounded healer, right? So we need to kind of look at where we can heal our relationship with ourselves. How can we love ourselves more? How can we heal relationships that haven't been doing so well? Can we heal them? Do we need to let them go? So we really have to kind of look at these honestly. Look, Libra is about fairness. It's about balance. It's about logic, right? So we need to look at things logically, not emotionally. So when we're looking back at how we've been in relationships and behaviors that don't work, we must not beat ourselves up about it. Don't go down the rabbit hole. Look at it dispassionately, if you will, logically, and say, okay, that didn't work. What can I change about that? What can I own? What can I move on from? And what can I be aware of going forward? This is self-awareness, because we've got Saturn at play, right? Saturn is just slowed down and is going forward, but very, very slowly. So the energies of Saturn has been amplified. And that Saturn is about the Lord of Time. So it's very slow. Things won't happen perhaps as fast as we wish them to. And Saturn's the planet of lessons. So we need to look, this is a really important thing. We need to address anything that we've had on the back burner. We've been in Virgo. Virgo's about clearing things out and organizing, right? Crossing T's, dotting I's. And then we come into Libra, and it's time to start some action, to get things together, start doing things. So look at where you have procrastinated in your life. How is that going to make you feel when you start doing it? It's going to make you feel empowered. Now, Libra is about fairness. It's about balance. It's about relationships. It's about logic. And as I said, we have 4 planets in Libra. We have Venus and Mercury, and they do very well in Libra. I mean, Venus is the ruling planet of Libra, so it's come home. There's an appreciation for music, art, poetry. Venus is very sophisticated and fine in Libra. And Mercury is about communication. So there's this wonderful, and Mercury's next to Venus, so there's this wonderful harmonizing way of communicating and connecting with people. And the sun and moon, of course, have just joined Libra. This is a perfect time to socialize and make new connections. Now, what I want to mention is we need to get things done, right, in Libra, because we have Virgo, Libra, and Sagittarius. Those three zodiac signs are kind of in fall, ready for the winter. It's like that kind of energy, of action energy, right? Because in this time, back in the day, we would be harvesting, we would be smoking meat, we would be pickling vegetables, we'd be getting ready for the winter, right? For the hibernation of winter where we can't grow anything. So we have to make sure that we have all our stockpiles in place to get us through the winter. Our lives depended on it. So this was a very active time. And even in the southern hemisphere with spring, you're planting, you're tending to the animals. Animals are being born. I mean, it was a busy time preparing for the fall, for the harvest, so it's work. These are active times, spring and fall, very action oriented. So we need to get off our bums and get to work. We need to address anything that we have been procrastinating. Now, I will say that both the spring and the fall are about preparation, right? Spring cleaning and then falling, taking action of getting everything together for the winter, right? In the fall. Now, I'd be remiss if I did not mention Pluto. Pluto is also slowing down and will station direct on the 2nd or 3rd of October, depending on where you are on the planet. Now, Pluto, so the energies of Pluto, we've been feeling them. We've been seeing the change. We've been seeing the transformation of governments, right? Pluto digs deep, right? And dredges up all the dirt to bring out into the light. So we are seeing stuff like, look at what's coming up. Look at what's been coming up for the last couple of years and what we're really seeing with, leaders around the world. They can't hide. We're seeing their corruption. We're seeing their abuse of power. And we're seeing seeing them, and we'll be seeing behind the scenes. We're literally seeing behind the scenes. So we're seeing also people who are in the shadows, right? We're seeing that. So all this dirt that's been hiding is being dredged up. It's a time of karma. Leaders are being exposed, and in this digital age, it's harder for them to get away with nefarious behavior. People around the world are becoming empowered through protests. It is happening on a huge scale. Hong Kong, Venezuela, France, UK, the US, and many other countries. The social media platforms like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and others make information available to us faster than ever before. So you can't kind of hide anything. You can't sweep something under the carpet. It's just not possible. Listen, I don't know if any of you saw the strike for the climate crisis. I'm going to say it's a climate crisis that we're in. And there were billions of people around the world protesting Fridays, right? For going on strike on Fridays. It was massive, such a massive event that could not have happened without social media, really. It couldn't have been organized on such a large scale. All around the globe. Hopefully leaders will really hear, but it's not. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that's political. But anyway, I say all of this to say that if you have anything festering in the crevices of your life, you need to bring it up and deal with it. this is what happens. Sometimes what immobilizes us is the thought of having to deal with it and what we've got to do and how it's going to play out. Don't think about how it's going to play out, because then you won't do it. Just do one little thing towards it. You know, if it's like you've got to do paperwork or taxes or whatever it is that you've got to take care of, or bills, or, you know, dealing with someone that you've been meaning to deal with. I had a whole list today and I got it done. This is very karmic, because if you don't get it done, it's going to really bite you. You know, it's going to come up and it's going to glaringly, and then you'll realize you will be held accountable for what you haven't done. So taking this action will empower you. Right? It'll make you feel powerful, and you'll be working with the energies, or astrological energies, that are available to you. So, you know, it's important to just, you know, look under the carpet where you swept stuff up. Anything that's festering in the crevices of your life, get it out. Start taking action. I can't tell you how important it is to take action right now. Don't forget, we are coming to the end of a decade. This is a huge shift in energy. And all the astrologers are talking about this huge event in January when Saturn and Pluto are conjunct. There's so much more going on at the time, but it is major. So that's another story. We'll get into that another day. Anyway, guys, take action. Let's go to your tarot card reading, shall we? Libra, happy birthday. Welcome to your reading for the tarot card section of your reading for September the 23rd through September the 29th. Happy birthday, Nor. It's your birthday on the 28th with a new moon in Libra, and Venus on the same day. Venus is having that lovely relationship with that beautiful magnanimous planet Jupiter. So your date will be amazing. 28th looks hot, darling. So I hope you have a wonderful birthday. And also, who else? Wendy in England. Happy birthday, Wendy. I hope you have a lovely day with your children and grandchildren. I'm sure you will. And any other Librans? Let me see. Richard Alvarez is a Libran. Happy birthday. I don't know if he's going to watch, but if you do, Richard, I hope you have an amazing day. I think it's later on in Libra, I can't remember the day. And anyone else, happy birthday to all you wonderful Librans. And if I forget someone, I can always mention it next week. Okay, that's enough. You see, I go off. I get very Neptunian and I shuffle for days. This is for Libra, for lovely Libras. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Libra for this coming week? 3 cards for Libra, please. Oh, there's 1. Oh, there's 2. 1 more card. There's 3. Lovely. Oh, okay. Love that. Alrighty then. These are your clarifying cards. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Libra through these clarifying cards for this coming week? Okay. Please clarify. There's 1. Oh. Told you it's going to be amazing. Okay, please clarify. Oh, 2 came out for that. And please clarify. There it is. Wow, you darling, there was no messing around with your cards. Let's go to your cards, shall we? Okay, the first card out is the 6 of Wands. And clarifying the Six of Wands is the Wheel of Fortune, darling. You know I'm going to be singing that song in a bit. And then you have the King of Cups, clarified by the Eight of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. Okay. And we have the Devil, darling, followed by the Two of Wands. Okay. It's my birthday and I'll cry if I want to. You're being celebrated. This is the Six of Wands. Well, it's your birthday. Of course, you're going to be celebrated all month long, Libra. This is public accolades. This is, this can be a birthday celebration. It can be as simple as that, or it could be, and the Academy Award goes to Libra. It can be small or big, but I have a feeling it's kind of big because you've got the Wheel of Fortune. Look, this could be praises at work. This could be your boss, but publicly. This is a public praise. It's not like, him calling in your office and saying you've done a great job. This can be a promotion. This is a job well done. And, the public are loving it. If you're an artist, this could be your work that everyone is loving and admiring you. But this is public admiration and accolades. And look, clarifying it is the Wheel of Fortune. Things are turning in your direction now. When the Wheel of Fortune comes in, it's it goes all the way down. So it's kind of been a little bit of a rough time, and then it starts to come up in your direction. I'm gonna make you love me. Oh, yes, I will. You know I will. Because that, I'm sorry, don't go. I always sing that song when the Wheel of Fortune comes in, because it's like, it's turning in your direction are the words before. I'm going to make you love me. So I always sing it. I can't help myself, darling. I can't help myself. Good things are coming. Then you have the King of Cups. Now, what's really interesting about this deck, right, is that the Saturn right above his head, and Saturn is playing a big role right now. We are being, asked to restrict, to economize, not to go nuts, right, with our emotions. Now, the King of Cups is a deep well of emotion, but he kind of suppresses his emotions because he's like, he thinks he needs to remain stoic in order to be respected as a leader. He thinks he can't be a good leader if he allows his emotions to take over. And that's kind of true. And it's very Libra, right? It's about being rational. It's about being logical. It's not about getting over emotional. So we have to remember that. We have to not attach, don't take what people say to heart or as personally. Important not to take things personally at this time, because we can go on, we can go down the rabbit hole, as I say. Avoid the rabbit hole. Control, self-control and self-discipline. And that's what Saturn's all about. It's about disciplining ourselves. It's about getting up. It's about doing the work, laying the groundwork. Do what you need to do to get further, to move forward. But be patient, because Saturn is the Lord of time. And he's going to take his time. It's in divine timing. It's not in your timing. So patience. You're going to get there. Maybe slower than you want, but you will get there. Now, you have the Eight of Pentacles, right? And the Eight of Pentacles is it's about learning. It can be going back to school, but it is about learning something. It could be learning something completely new. It could be really honing in your craft or your talent. Really practicing and putting the time and the effort in to to your craft or your profession or your career or your life purpose, and really giving it that energy and focusing, because through that, you see, look, all these coins are going to come down. You'll get paid by becoming the expert. Be open to learning. Don't be closed. And look, right next to the Eight of Pentacles, you have the Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups, he's focusing on what's spilt and what's gone and what he can't have. This is a cup half empty kind of guy, right? And when he comes in, you're being asked to look at the situation as you cut. Look, he's got 3 have fallen and they've gone. There's nothing you can do about it. Guess what? You've got 2 right there. He's got 2 behind him. He needs to focus on what he has and not what he hasn't. And that is what we all have to do right now. We have to stop thinking about what's gone. Look, I'm not saying don't think about it, yes, but don't get emotionally attached to it or beat yourself up about it, because then you won't have the lesson. Okay, that's gone. Guess what? I wasn't paying attention. I knocked it over. And so I need to move them out of the way, or I need to walk this. It's not about like, oh God, I broke it. I'm so stupid. I shouldn't have done that and blah, blah, because we're going to have that tendency to do it. But in doing that, we won't see the lesson. When we look at it dispassionately, rationally, and logically, we can say, oh, okay, that's done. And like me tonight, it was so funny. I was looking at some software because I wanted to do the wheel for the astrology, and I pulled up the wheel and I did the calculations, and I saw the software for my mic, and I thought I should bring that up now. Oh no, I'll bring it up later. So I recorded the intro and I recorded a very long astrological report, and then I realized that I hadn't pulled up software. So instead of saying, oh God, you're so stupid, you should have done this, and getting angry and frustrated, I just said, oh well, I've got to re-record it. Let me pull it up and let's do it. Just get on with it. It's getting on with it. It's learning. Next time I say to myself, right, I should pull that up, I'll do it. Because at the time I knew I'd probably forget. So I learned. Right? I'm not beating myself up for doing it. It's pointless. Let's move on quickly. It's about moving on quickly, getting over it. The milk spilt, it's not there anymore. Just get on with it, right? And then you have the devil. And the devil is about being too much emphasis on the material realm. This can be doing something for the money only. So maybe you have a passion that you love, but you don't do it, or you don't spend as much time as you should doing it because you need to make money in your head, right? I've got to do money. So you're doing things that you're not happy in, that doesn't float your boat. It's okay to do that. It's okay to earn money to get you, past, but it's not okay to just focus on that. It's like you've got to make time for your artistry, or whatever it is that's, feeds your passion. And look, underneath the devil, because the devil is a distraction, right? He's a distraction. He's going to, he's going to help. He's going to make, you're going to overindulge. You're going to overshop. Watch the television too much. I can do that sometimes. So, whatever it is that this devil is trying to distract you with, don't, because you have the world in the palm of your hand, right? The world in your palm of your hand, sometimes this signifies 2 roads, right, that you can go along. Are you going to go along the materialistic road and not feed your soul and help the world be a richer place? You're just going to be a bit richer. And really, when you decide to go down this road, you're not fulfilled emotionally, spiritually. You're just getting enough to get by, and probably even less sometimes. Whereas if you focus on your art, you can expand that, and that's the world. in the palm of your hand. Now, I'm not saying quit your job, I'm not, but I am saying make time for this artistry and put as more effort than you do into your job. Don't let this be second fiddle, right? Really, really invest time and energy into your craft. Libra, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like this video, share it on your social media, with your friends, co-workers, family. Share. Sharing is caring. Help me grow this channel. And comment. I live for comments and feedback. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Mwah. I love you all, and I'll see you next week.